wanted it to be a separate video just as a tip. So you might be thinking to yourself, Brady, how much help is it going to be if I save an extra 50 dinar or 100 dinar a month? Really? Like, is that really going to be that big of a difference in the long term? And I want you to see how big of a difference it can be. And then also on top of that, how big of a difference it can be if it's just saved versus invested. So very, very, very rarely does anybody become wealthy accidentally. It's almost always worked for, earned, and planned. And that's what I want to help you guys see today. And then also the big difference between just saving and investing. So there's a financial guru who's actually really great for people needing to get out of debt. I've taken a lot of his principles and used them to get out of debt personally. His name's Dave Ramsey. And he says, live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else. And this is the concept. When you're young and when you have time and you can work hard, invest that time, that energy, and your money well. Try to save and invest, and that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. It will set you up really, really well. So you might be thinking, all right, what if I can save 100 dinar a month extra? What's that really going to do for us, right? Well, if you think about it in the term of 30 years, you will have a little over 36,000 dinar, just slightly over 36,000 dinar in 30 years. If you save just 100 dinar a month, that's a pretty big chunk. That could get you a nice used car or something like that. Just saving probably what most people spend on coffee and snacks each month. Maybe a little bit more than that, right? It's your pocket money. If you're just more careful with that, you could buy a car later. Now that's awesome, right? That can make a big difference. But what about if you invested that same money? What if you put in 100 dinars a month and you could have it grow at about 8% per year? And this is something called compound interest. And this thing is incredible. This is the magic of building wealth. In fact, Einstein, one of the greatest minds of our recent history, said this was like the wonder of the world. Like, he doesn't comprehend exactly how it works, but it is incredible. Mathematically, it's amazing. If you can save 100 dinar a month and you can have it grow at about 8% per year, which depends on how you're investing it and what you're doing, but that's doable, that's feasible. 8% per year, that 30-year mark. Now, again, if you just saved that money, you would have 36,000 dinar, give or take, which is great. But if you invested it, you put aside 100 extra dinar a month and you grew it at about 8% per year, just less than 1% a month, you would have 136,946 dinar in 30 years. It grows like a snowball going down a hill, picks up more and more and more, and it grows faster and faster. Now that's awesome. But check this out. We did that with 100 dinar. What if you could save 500 dinar a month? Now this isn't probably just extra. You probably can't just cut this out of your extra spending, but this can be an amount that you're consciously trying to save or invest per month, right? So if you could do 500 dinar per month and you could grow it at 8% per year for 30 years, most of you guys, you could still retire early if you do this now. In 30 years, you would have 684,730 dinar just from that 500 dinar a month and investing it at 8% return. So this is why investing is a great way to grow your money. It's much, much better than saving. In fact, a lot of financial gurus will famously say this over and over. You cannot get wealthy by just saving. Nobody can get wealthy by just saving money. It's good to have as a backup. It's good to have as a cushion in case something happens. But just saving money alone will never make you wealthy. You have to put your money to work. And so we'll talk about that more in a future video, but I just want to give you a quick concept of why saving that extra little bit can make a really, really big difference and why it's worth investing it as well.